It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Line into Baxter's in trouble, and they go. Gordon's in the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
We're in the Motor City in Michigan, and it's the home of the Irish Hills in Brooklyn. Welcome to round number 15 of the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. Today we come to you from Michigan International Speedway for the Rocket Mortgage 400 on this beautiful Sunday afternoon at 12:30 Eastern Time. It should always be a good one today. Michigan produces some exciting racing, and it's a newer version of Michigan. We'll get to that in a moment. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ari Sakala. Glad you could all join us today for NOFSRL New Era Cup Series action. Special thanks to all the essential workers and our first responders during these tough times once again, as we are continuing the transition to get back to action from the pandemic. I'm joined alongside Jonathan Logan in the booth for the first time in a little while, I guess. I think you could say the exact term, but we're in a newer version of Michigan International Speedway, and in this version there's actually been some traction compound you can see in turns 1 and 2 that have been applied on the high side, so that means the higher line could be the faster way to go. We should never count out that low line. And so Jonathan, I'm going to ask you, where is the best line going to be throughout the race on a short and a long run?
This being newer to us in the New Era Cup Series, we really don't know what to expect. I see passing happening on the high side, but I see that low side being dominant.
Last week when we were with you at the Kansas Speedway, first time there since season number 3, exciting racing, and Eric Monaco out of nowhere took home his first win of the season, only led the final 2 laps of that race en route to victory. And also some big changes regarding the playoffs. Jesse Turner, who won at Texas, is now outside the top 30, so currently he is not in at the moment. Right now, there are 11 drivers that have locked their way into the playoffs. Let's give you how the rest of the field looks. Mitchell Collins in 12th, 82 points up. Zachary Fitzwater, 37 up, but this is where it gets good. For 14th, 11 points up is Steve Morgan. 9 points up now, Christian Vargas. And 3 points up is Luke Rainey. Below the cutoff at the moment, Zach Ryan, Edwin Mendez, Matthew Logan, and Colin Denton. Time to give you the starting lineup for the Rocket Mortgage 400. In row number 20, 2 of the front runners this season, Mitchell Collins in the 19, and CJ Williams. He's won at a track similar to Michigan this season. That came at Fontana. Row number 19, Cody Smart in the 10, looking for a lot of improvement here. And Bobby Frazier off of a phenomenal debut, finishing 3rd last week. The 18th row, Matt Tuck in the number 98. And I apologize, Matt, because this is still your red, white, and blue scheme. Next race, I promise you, you will have your purple Procore scheme. Next to him is Alex Lozano. The 17th row, it's Derek Hamill in the 32, Jonathan Logan in the 21. Row 16, Brian Webb now second in points, and last week's winner, Eric Monaco. The 15th row, Casey Nanico in the 51, Christian Vargas in the 00. The 14th row, teammates from Chip Ganassi Racing, Nathan Stapleton and Justin Zidell. They each had good runs last week. Row 13, it's John Andrews in the 17, Marty Johnson in the 12. Row number 12, Daniel Boyles in the 47, two-time winner, Johnny Garner. Row 11 is Zach Ryan in the 22, points leader, Diego Rossello. And then the 10th row, we got Jesse Turner in the 43, Eli Bright in the 8. Through the rest of the field we go, Steve Morgan, Neil Clifford, Benny Watson, and Stuart Gratton, Tyler Marco, Tristan Allen, hometown boy from Michigan, Carter Friesen, Patrick Smith, and now your top 10. In 10th, Ethan Hoffman. His teammate Edwin Mendez is 9th. In 8th, Eagle Barreto. 7th, Gatlin Downey. Starting 6th, Matthew Logan. 5th, Zachary Fitzwater. In 4th, two-time winner Brian Ferris. 3rd, it's Luke Rainey. And the front row for the Rocky Mortgage 400, Colin Denton and Ryan New. His first start in a while. We roll the field off. Stages will end at laps 15 and 30. It is a 50-lap race scheduled for 100 miles because it's a 2-mile shaped track. Pit road frequency is set at 1x, so we'll be interested to see when these drivers come in as they all roll off. Jonathan Logan, I'm going to ask you, who do you think's got a chance to win in the Irish Hills today?
Considering this track is this is Ford Country, Michigan, I say we'll see a Ford up in Victory Lane today, and I say it's going to be that number 4 of Zachary Fitzwater.
Fitzwater, he's won the All-Star race before, that coming last season, but he's never won a race in the New Era Cup Series, and he is the sport's most popular driver. He won the championship in the then known as the DirecTV Fall Series, or now the NutriPro Series on Jonathan's side. But still, it's never won in the top series in the National Offline Stock Car Racing League. Going to be a fun one today at Michigan. You don't know what to expect. Different racing than usual. They're set at 102% once again. It should be a fun one. A pair of Daytona 500 winners make up the front row. Ryan New on the inside, and the man that's won the most in the New Era Cup Series, Colin Denton, on the outside. The pace car will now make the left-hand turn to pit road, and it's time to light them up. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime in Michigan. Two by two, going to turn number 1. Gatlin Downey trying to make the first move in the 52. And New, with an amazing start, gets the low line working early on. Denton's middle line not working as they come off of turn number 2 for the first time. Down the backstretch, let's see if Rainey can get a push from Zachary Fitzwater here. Eric Monaco stuck in the middle in that sucker hole by himself. Now in 3 and 4, let's see what works out properly. New gets a little bit tight in turns number 3 and 4, and that could open up the door for Luke Rainey. Lap 1 of the Rocky Mortgage 400, led by Ryan New.
Rainey close up in second here. As you can see, that top line is probably the fastest right now, but as the run goes on, you're probably going to see the guys not be able to hold that line up there with their tires falling out. As you can see, Luke Rainey trying to make a charge for the lead.
They're side by side for the race lead. Meanwhile, 3 wide for about 10th after their single file just ahead of him. Rainey doesn't have the draft, and this could help out Colin Denton in the 34. Take the runner-up spot with help from Brian Ferris. Nearly gives him a bump off of 4. That got close.
34 of Colin. As you can see, the back bumper of the 34 of Colin Denton. As they're side by side with Luke Rainey, but as you can see, that top lane gets that jump into the corner, but the bottom lane prevails going into turn 2.
It seems like the bottom line works in turns 1 and 2, but the top line is where you want to be in 3 and 4. Let's see what Denton does here on Rainey once again. They were all single file. Rainey commits high. Denton tries to slide on up. He looks for second, and he's got it with a push from Brian Ferris. Move Denton up into the runner-up spot. He's yet to win this season. He's been due up for one badly. Last time he won in the New Era Cup Series, it was at a road course, the Charlotte Roval, the first time we ever went to the Roval at that track. Oh, we got a yellow. Nope, never mind. I'm sorry, no yellows. Go ahead. I thought I saw the yellow light come on up, but nope, never mind.
As you can see, Brian Ferris he keeps on that low side. Looks like he's preferring that side. Everybody above him currently. The 18's going to try to look with him right now. but not looking good for that 20 car right now.
He lost a lot of spots, falls back to 5th. He's going to battle with his two fellow Toyota drivers, teammate Ethan Hoffman and Matthew Logan. Logan on that PJ1 surface. Now Ferris commits up top. He has learned that is the way you want to go.
As you see, the 20 car just holding that the 5th position, I believe it is. The 96 going to inside here. It's maybe gonna try to get it off of the turn, but it's gonna come off side by side.
This is completely different racing than we've seen in the past here in Michigan. Usually it's been a cycle race where the low line is the way you want to go. Sometimes the drivers will hit the wall off of turn number 2, but they're not doing that anymore with these big packs. Look at that. You usually see a lot of frequent 2 wide, 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide action. But with this higher downforce, even though they've been using it for more than a season, they have learned to be a little bit more patient here, as we've got a challenge for about 7th position. Actually, let's look at the battle for 2nd. Luke Rainey, Colin Denton battling it out. Let's take you on board here for a lap with Zachary Fitzwater. Using the draft with Denton, he will take 3rd away from the 15.
To wonder what's going through these drivers' minds as they run for the lead here in the upper positions. Are they going to try to run that top line? Are they going to try to dive it into the low line and see if they can make it stick? You never know.
It seems like any line could be possible, but these drivers just don't want to get aggressive too early on. They want to know what the track feels like, especially on that traction compound surface. When we come to the stripe, this is about 8 laps to go in stage number 1. Ryan New, he's led all 7 laps today. Colin Denton just behind him in the 2nd position. Here's a battle between Brian Ferris and Matthew Logan. Here we go for the lead, though. Denton trying the inside on Ryan New, but not working on the exit.
And see, they can get the run going into the turn, going into the low side, but once they get off of the turn, that low side doesn't work. And
he had to get off the gas. I think he may have gotten loose there in turns number 3 and 4. That's going to help Fitzwater take the 3rd position away. They're still coming to the high side. And now Ferris goes to 4th. Denton tucks back in line to 5th. Almost gets turned by Matthew Logan there for a moment. That was a close call.
So you can see Matthew Logan now falling back. Maybe got off the gas a little bit after that.
Have to see right now, currently in the 6th position. Man, Denton trying to battle for the lead, lost 3 positions on track. Let's see here. Ferris, meanwhile, gets tied up in 3 and 4, trying to use that PJ1 on the exit way. Not working out. They remain side by side for 4th.
As you can see, Colin Dent coming out of that turn was trying to side draft that 20, but as he goes into this turn, he's probably going to lose that position here, and he's going to lose another position to Matthew Logan, maybe.
And we got a challenge for the lead off of 2. Luke Rainey trying to work with Zachary Fitzwater, but nothing working out. Ryan New, remember, he's a part-time driver this season in the New Era Cup Series. Has not attempted every race, so he's not competing to get a spot in the playoffs. He is just racing for fun and for wins. Here we go. Challenge for the lead. Luke Rainey trying to look to the inside and try and lead his first lap. Ryan New's led every lap so far today, but New edges Rainey at the stripe. 5 laps to go in stage number 1. Fitzwater stays on the outside, and he wants 2nd position.
Fitzwater has that high side. It's probably going to be more easier for Fitzwater to get that position with him being on the high side and Rainey being on the low side.
Using that nice draft from Ryan New as Rainey falls back to 3rd spot. Now does Fitzy try the bottom here? Nope, they do. They both go to the bottom line. Matthew Logan commits top side. He's still in 4th position. I think the previous lap, he took that spot away. Meanwhile, look at Tyler Markle on that white line on the bottom. We don't really see that often at MIS.
You can see he was trying to make it 3 wide for that position there, but he fell back, running that low side. The 18 looks like he's going to have that position on the 77 coming out of the...
Denton tucking back in line. He lost a few more spots there. That's Steve Morgan, the defending New Era Cup Series champion, currently running in 6th position. Let's see how previous winners at MIS have done. Gatlin Downey and Eric Monaco, the true previous winners at this track in the field. There's Downey in the 52. He's currently running in 13th. And there you see Monaco in the 3. Last week's winner, currently in 21st. From first to last, it's about a 6-second gap at the moment. Here's a challenge for second once again. Rainey trying to look to the inside. Tucks back in line, and here comes Matthew Logan in that 96. The Rookie of the Year last season in the New Era Cup Series has yet to win.
96 going to try to look on the low side, but he's not going to be able to do it as Luke Rainey keeps that position that he's trying to defend right now.
Fitzwater, does he want that playoff point badly? Or does he want to just stay back, remain patient in second? It's early on. Been a caution-free race all day right now. He tried to look to the inside.
Rainey's going to look to try to help Fitzwater, but it looks like they're going to fall back in line, falling behind Ryan New. I don't think they're going to try to force the issue currently.
Oh, Fitzwater's trying this time. New looks like he got a little bit tight, but trying to use that PJ Wood on exit. Fitzwater looking to the inside. Doesn't have the help or the draft, though. That's key at Michigan International Speedway. It's a very fast track. By that, long straightaways, aerodynamics is going to be key. You definitely want the draft here. And right now, New's showing it. He's led all 14 laps so far. This is the final lap in stage number 1 as they go down the back straightaway.
Matthew Logan going to try to help out Fitzwater here, but Luke Rainey still has a position of second. Fitzwater, Logan on the bottom side right now, but looks like Fitzwater got loose coming out of 3.
Logan tried to look to the inside, but that did not work out. So the checkered flag out for stage number 1, the green checkered. And that's Ryan New leading all 15 laps so far. Luke Rainey second in the stage. Third was Zachary Fitzwater. Fourth, Brian Ferris. Fifth, Colin Denton. Sixth, Steve Morgan. Seventh is sixth was Denton. Seventh, Morgan. Eighth, Hoffman. Ninth was Patrick Smith. And 10th was Eagle Beretta. Let's go a full field rundown for you. Zach Ryan, 11th. Tyler Markle, 12th. Gatlin Downey, 13th. John Andrews, 14th. Stuart Gratton, 15th. Nathan Stapleton, 16th. Carter Friesen is 17th. 18th is Edwin Mendez. 19th, Jesse Turner. And 20th spot is Casey Nanico. Good battle for 21st. There's Eric Monaco. Neil Clifford, 22nd. Tristan Allen, 23rd. Benny Watson, 24th. Brian Webb, 25th. Christian Vargas, 26th. Diego Rossello, your points leader, 27th. Lost a lot of ground there. Eli Bright was 28th. Derek Hamill remains in 29th. Johnny Garner is 30th. Matt Tuck, he's 31st. Alex Lozano, 32nd. Bobby Frazier, 33rd. 34th now Justin Zidell. 35th is Cody Smart. Marty Johnson, 36th. CJ Williams, 37th. Mitchell Collins, 38th. Daniel Voyles, 39th. And Jonathan, I'm sorry, man. You're currently in 40th spot. I want to focus on your car, by the way, because look at the rear chase. That is a Shelby GT350. That's sick.
As you can see, Ford, or at least the Ford company, debuting the GT350 for New Era Cup Series here today.
Luke Rainey has been trying to look to that inside on Ryan New, but just nothing is paying off at the moment. Staying back right now, Fitzwater in third. That's a good battle for fourth between Ferris and Denton. Taking from that rear bumper of Brian.
As you can see, Colin Denton trying to work that rear bumper of him. He's going to try looking low, but it's not going to be able to get it coming out of the turn.
If you want to make some passes, you got to hope the driver head goes low or makes a mistake. Middle, high, side, and high line is where you want to be. Luke Rainey slowed down a little bit on the exit. I think he was just trying to gain some speed on the draft, and he's trying to look to the inside for the lead once again. Last time he tried to do that, that didn't pay off.
Ryan New just trying not to make any mistakes here. Luke Rainey is going to lose some position, but no, he has help from Fitzwater here. They're going to try to make the low line work. They want to get around Ryan New. He's been dominant all day.
They stay on back behind that 66. Let's go on board with Fitzy in the Busch Light Ford.
See, Fitzy going to try to look to the inside. He's going to have it coming out of the turn, but is probably not going to get it coming off, as you can see the top side with that momentum.
He was just up to the quarter panel, but it did not work out. Meanwhile, you got Ferris and Denton, that's for fourth. Steve Morgan and Patrick Smith, that's for sixth. Now Denton trying that inside for position. Let's see if that works out of two. I don't think it does.
Believe it will. As you can see, that inside line, they do not want that. They're just running in a line right now, trying to wait for the other person to make a mistake.
Rainey trying that inside once again for the race lead. Not going to work. He was on that middle line, that high line, that traction compound. That's your best friend. That's got all the grip right now. The low line pretty much has no grip at all. Watch Fitzwater. He stays committed on that high side off of turn number 2. And now he's going to get a nice toe off of Rainey here as they go into 3.
I wonder if they're going to try to help each other, or is it all for one? Because they both of them want to get around Ryan New, because that car's been dominant all race. And, you got to wonder if they want to work together to get around him, or they're just going to let him run off with the...
You got to figure that out soon, because right now, Ryan New has pretty much dominated this race. He has led all 22 laps so far. This is a funny thing right now. Fitzwater has the fastest lap at a 35.903. Ryan New has the 27th quickest lap at a 36.090, because he does not have the draft. He's the one that's getting drafted, and because these drivers are not really making moves on the track, this is helping out Brian Ferris and Colin Denton try and catch up to Zachary Fitzwater. Side by side here, that's for 8th on the track, Tyler Marco and Ethan Hoffman.
See, he's going to fall back in line here. But I want to go back to the lines that they're running. As you can see, when they try to make a move on the inside, they lose their momentum, because there's no draft down there, and that low side is it's more slow to arc it down in there than it is to just keep it up there on the top of this package.
And now look at this. This is pretty much completely a single file freight train, but Tyler Marco's got to hang on to it. Almost got Steve Morgan and almost turned him around. That's going to open the door for Ethan Hoffman. 6 laps to go in stage number 2. Ryan New continuing to lead.
Hoffman going to try that inside line, but it's not going to work. He's going to just fall back in line to the position that he was. He's going to try to get that momentum off the turn and maybe make the move on the backstretch.
Those two drivers, they have won this season. Marco won at Las Vegas. Hoffman won at Phoenix. Fitzwater nearly gave Rainey a bump, but look at that. News put up, that looks to me a bigger gap than we saw a few laps ago. 5 to go in stage number 2, and Fitzwater trying to look inside, and this time he's going to get some help from Colin Denton because he's looking on Ferris.
It's like those Fords are going to probably try to form up on that bottom side and get around Ryan New.
Denton's going to lose some spots. He loses 1 to Ferris, and now Smith is on his outside for about the 5th position on track.
Colin Denton and Patrick Smith running side by side right now. Colin Denton's not going to quit this fight here.
A key thing earlier on in the race weekend was definitely qualifying. You wanted to be near the front if you wanted a shot to win. In previous races here in Michigan in the Cup Series, you could be anywhere and you could have a good chance at winning. Is that someone blowing up? Oh, that is someone blowing up. Is that Steve Morgan? It is. Problem with the 13. And he's going to be the first retiree of the Rocky Mortgage 400. That's a tough break.
You got to take that in count. Is there going to be oil on the track now, or are they going to throw the caution? You got to take that into effect.
It looks like he'll get the car back down pit road without any issues. It bunched the field up a little bit. And now, oh, we got a lead change while we were at it. Luke Rainey, the new leader on Zachary Fitzwater. We'll take a look We'll take a look at the end of the race how he made that pass, or when we get the first caution. Newen's trying to take second away from Zachary Fitzwater. But how about that new leader, Luke Rainey?
To me, it looks like Zachary Fitzwater gave Luke Rainey that push. And was probably hoping that Luke Rainey would keep that draft with Fitzwater instead of going to the lead, but looks like he didn't.
New's going to try the inside here. He wants that back from the 15. Luke Rainey came into the standings, or the playoff standings, 16th. 3 points up. A win would be definitely vital here. Is Fitzwater going to try and split the gap and make it 3 wide? New's got the advantage out of 2. Who's going to get it down the back?
He was looking to make it 3 wide here. Maybe he's going to try making it 3 wide in this turn, considering it's more close than he was then. He's gonna try
Oh,
here.
he's gonna try! 3 wide, but New's got an issue with the car. Fitzwater trying to take the lead. This is wild action for stage number 2. Fitzwater down low, Rainey up top. New leader, it's Fitzy at the white flag for stage 2.
Give it to him yet, because he still has Luke Rainey on that high side. He still doesn't have that side.
Oh,
no,
the slide jump! Fitzwater, learning that down in Australia, takes the lead in the Rocky Mortgage 400. 6 cars have a chance to win stage number 2 here in Michigan. Who's it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be
14 apiece.
Fitzy.
Third.
Oh, Fitzwater, an issue off turn 4. Oh, Rainey's gonna get it for stage 2. Oh, man. That got good in the final laps of that.
Fitzwater going to stay on the high side, but as you can see, that low side looks to be forming in as this long run comes out.
Something's going on with Ryan New. I think he's used all of his tires up already. As look at this battle for the lead that's happening. Rainey and Fitzwater side by side going into turn number 3. I thought it was going to be Fitzy's stage number 2 there. Rainey and Smith lose momentum in 3 and 4. And here comes Brian Ferris, 2-time winner this season.
Ferris going to give Zachary Fitzwater a push here. It looks like that top lane, it's going to work out here for now. Rainey falling back now.
Same with Patrick Smith, and here comes that 18 of Ethan Hoffman, holding his line up top on the PJ1. He is making it now a 7-car battle.
Ethan Hoffman, we saw him running back around 10th earlier, and now he's up there with the front runners.
Brian Ferris, a different line than Zachary Fitzwater. Let's see what happens here. Here comes New trying to look inside on Colin Denton for 3rd position. Again, it's been a caution-free race all day. Remember, these drivers will have to come in at around probably lap 40 to lap 45. A yellow would definitely change everything right now. With that battle for the lead in the final laps of stage 2, Jonathan, those drivers were asking for a yellow.
Yeah, they were, but they wanted that stage point, and they were able to get through that without causing a caution. But you gotta wonder, when will they come down the pit road? When will they decide, and how will it work out? Will this be a fuel mileage race, or will it be decided on who gets better pit?
Gonna be definitely the $1 million question there. New on the outside of Luke Rainey for 4th, and he's gonna try and look outside on Denton. Denton clearing the 66 and slides on up, almost slid into the 20 of Ferris there.
Zachary Fitzwater looking to check out from Brian Ferris, but not really able to get away from him right now. Ferris just staying back there because Zachary can't really get away without that drafting help.
Remember, Fitzy has never won a race in the New Era Cup Series. Would love to get it done today. I believe he has won at Michigan before in my series before it was known as the Nutra Pro Series. So he would love to get a win. Remember, as we are recording this, the day before, he lost a good friend of his to COVID-19. And if Fitzy wins, this is going to be definitely tears of joy. It would kind of be similar to when Chase Briscoe won just one day after him and his wife Marissa found out they lost a kid. But here comes Ferris, almost bumps him. Trying to challenge there. New looks inside on Denton for 3rd position. 15 laps to go here at MIS in the Irish Hills.
And 15 laps to go. All friendships are out the window. They're gonna be trying to get up to the front because they know if they can get up front, they can possibly stay up front with that high side.
Let's say, Jonathan, this 7-car pack stays the way it is after pit stops. Where do you want to be at the white flag?
You want to be up front. You want to be the control car, because if you're that control car, you can control what's behind you. You can block. You can move down. You can block their momentum.
Fitzwater's put up a really nice gap over Brian Ferris, currently about maybe 5 car lengths. If Fitzwater does win, he would probably lock up spot number 12 in the playoffs because, remember, he came in 8th in the standings. And if you look at how Marty Johnson and Jesse Turner have done, they're on the bubble. Johnson's 23rd and Turner's 29th. So they're having big issues today. Here we go. Luke Rainey for second, and he's challenging for the lead.
Oh, Brian New's gonna try to make it 3 wide here.
It's getting good here at MIS. New's got a good run. Fitzwater led at the stripe. Rainey almost led up into the 4. Fitzy is New gonna get the lead. Here comes Hoffman in the 18 down the back.
Is Hoffman gonna try and make it 4 wide here?
I don't know if you want to go 4 wide at Michigan here, but Ryan New with the push from fellow Toyota driver Ethan Hoffman to the lead, but Fitzwater uses the highlight as momentum. Can New put the slider up? He does it on the draft. Oh, Rainey, here he comes.
With the high side, that's the side you want to come out of the turn, but do you want that going into the turn?
I don't know. 3 wide for the lead at Michigan with 12 laps to go. Ryan New, the new leader. Can he clear the 4? He can. The pole sitter back at front.
This is not what these guys want to see, because they know that 66 car is one of the faster cars out here when it's up front.
Oh, nearly a contact. I think Fitzwater's coming out pit road. Same with Rainey. Yes, they are. Here we go. They are just at the window. Now, do you want tires or track position here once the run ends, once pit stop ends?
I say you want that track position. Tires don't really matter with that PJ1. You want just maybe short pit it here.
We'll have to see what these drivers do at 55 miles an hour. They're pitting near the front. And let's see what they do. They're going to go start on the right sides here. Let's see who comes in next. I think Ryan New is going to be the next one to come in. Same with Brian Ferris, Patrick Smith, Colin Denton. Oh, 2 tires here. Fitzwater's exiting. Is Luke Rainey doing 2 tires? Yes, he will. New leader at MIS is Ethan Hoffman.
Logan going to try for that lead here.
And look who's in 3rd position. Eric Monaco in the 3. Logan almost slides up in front of Hoffman. That got close. Let's see what these other drivers decide to do here. Focus on Patrick Smith in the 14. Is this going to be a 2-tire stop? Let's see. It's 2 tires. Now who's in next? Looks like everyone's coming in. Casey, Zachary Fitzwater. Nope, never mind. I think the leader's going to be Eric Monaco. Now, he's going to be by himself when he comes into pit road. And he will probably have the freshest tires of the bunch. But the thing is, though, Jonathan, he's going to have no draft whatsoever.
No, he will be all alone, and that's really what you want at this track, is that draft.
We'll have to see what happens. 9 to go, though, at Michigan. Do you think some of these drivers take a gamble and try and make it clean all the way? Monaco looks like, though, he's coming in. And yes, he is. Now does Marty Johnson come in? Yes, he does. Christian Vargas comes in. Those were the only 3 drivers that had yet to pit. Let's see who's the provisional leader at the moment after pit stops here. Right now, I think it's Ryan New, but Fitzwater trying that inside for the lead. But what happens out of turn number 2?
You gotta... these cars merging on the track, you gotta take those into play too. If you're gonna try to make a pass.
You know, I honestly don't know who the race leader is. I think it's going to be Ryan New here. But some of these other drivers that are in lap traffic have fresher tires. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater. That could be for the lead. Patrick Smith doesn't even go with his teammate. Fitzwater leads at the stripe there for that battle. Let's see what happens on the exit here. There's Monaco. I think it's these guys here. I think Monaco could be the leader.
Lisa?
I think so. Here comes Hoffman. He takes the lead. Oh, Monaco's got an issue. He falls back to 3rd position. Casey Nanico. I think the leader is Ethan Hoffman here with 7 laps to go. We're waiting for scoring to update. It is Hoffman. Oh, my goodness.
What an upset if he's able to pull this off.
That would be his 2nd win of the season. Nanico going for win number 1. Monaco for win number 2 and trying to go back-to-back. That I don't think has ever happened in the New Era Cup Series. But what a tough break for a lot of these drivers. Zachary Fitzwater fell back to 9th on that run. Pit stops just changed everything. But now let's see what happens here. Can Nanico and Monaco, can they catch up? Remember, Monaco's got fresher tires. And he's won at Michigan before. He won here in season number 4 in the what was known as the Pure Michigan 400 for this team, by the way.
Monaco has that preferred draft on that car. That the car in front of him has the draft on the leader, but Monaco's right there.
Oh, he's trying everything he can do. When we come to 5 laps to go, this race will be official. A yellow will end the race, and here he comes. Looking for the runner-up spot, Eric Monaco.
This is what Hoffman wants to see. He wants to see them side by side so he can pull away.
Let's see what happens out of turn number 2. Now, these guys here, they've got a bigger pack, and they're trying to work together. Could they possibly spoil the party of the top 3?
Yeah, they'll be cutting it close, but if they can form up and not try to pass each other, maybe they can have enough time.
Now, did you see what 2nd and 3rd just did there, Jonathan? They held their line. Ethan Hoffman got tight in 3 and 4, was committed to the middle. He lost a little bit of time. It's down to a quarter of a second gap. Nanico's trying to look on the outside for the runner-up spot. Monaco slides on up and takes it away on the low line. And he's coming.
Monaco looking for his 2nd win of the season. He's going to try to maybe look on him.
Remember, he's got the fresher tires among the top 3 at the moment. It's not over yet. Your top 2 looking for win number 2 this season. This would be huge for Monaco if he could get it, because he's got a lot of playoff points this season coming in.
It's a season also won the All-Star race.
Absolutely, and remember, last week at Kansas, he did not lead until 2 laps to go. It's 3 laps to go right now. Could he do it again? Deja vu potentially here in the Irish Hills. Monaco just being patient on Hoffman right now.
That's what you need. You need patience. That's how you get.
Hoffman tied. Monaco holds his line for the race lead. Coming to 2 to go. Popsicle sticks up. Monaco, the new leader at Michigan.
Slid up there, and Monaco was able to take advantage of that. That's what patience does.
Oh, but Hoffman holding his line, trying to use PJ1 to his advantage, but no draft whatsoever. Can he slide up in front of the 18? Yes, he can, but here comes Nanico. Nanico can get a better run here in 3 and 4, I think.
So a Ford, remember this is Ford country. Ford will be hoping for a win. What is?
Oh man, Nanico lost it big time on the low line. Someone's going to get their 2nd win of the season. Is it going to be Monaco or is it going to be Hoffman? Final lap here in the Rocky Mortgage 400.
It's going to try to look to the high side, but Monaco's going to block that off. Probably try to get him into that dirty air, but you never know what's going to happen in this last lap.
The gap was 0.2 of a second last time out. Eric Monaco, a mile away from win number 2 and back-to-back wins, comes out clutch once again, but this time leading the final 3 laps of today's race. Off the final turn, he's going to do it again. Eric Monaco, the winner of the Rocket Mortgage 400. Can you believe it?
What a race.
The man, he has won the most times at Michigan now in the New Era Cup Series. Won at Season 4 later in the season, and he gets it done. That pretty much right now, Jonathan, locks up a chase spot at the moment. And you got to think about as well how the other drivers did. Igor Barretto finished in 21st. Mitchell Collins, he finished in 32nd. CJ Williams finished in 30th. Brian Webb, 27th. Diego Rossello, 25th. We could potentially have a new points leader today, but Monaco really closes the gap, and he goes back to back. How about that?
It's definitely going to be a great points day for that number 3 team, but I want to give it to everybody at this track today. It's amazing racing for that lead, and it's just that top side was it's pretty good.
Fresher tires, though, after pit stops were a man's best friend. Remember, Monaco was the latest of the bunch to pit. And it worked out for him properly and perfectly. So he's the race winner. Back-to-back wins in the New Era Cup Series. This man is on a roll in the second half this season already. He's already won 2 races in the second half, and we've only had 2 races in the second half.
You gotta think you might be looking at your New Era Cup Series champion. You never know.
And this man's the All-Star winner as well. Drivers that retired, Steve Morgan had a header issue. We didn't know what was going on with Daniel Voiles, but a piston issue took him out of the going. Let's give you the rest of the top 10 as we are at it. Monaco to win, Ethan Hoffman second, Casey Nanico third, Tyler Markle fourth, Marty Johnson comes home in the 5th position. So that's a big for him to stay above the top 30. Zach Ryan 6th, Christian Vargas 7th, Patrick Smith 8th, Matthew Logan 9th, and you hate it for Ryan News, Zachary Fitzwater, Brian Ferris 10th, 11th, and 12th. How about as well Jesse Turner finishing in the 16th position? That should put him above the top 30, and he would return to being playoff eligible. This is well, by the way, the second caution-free race the New Era Cup Series has ever had this season. First one was back in Talladega. Let's calculate all the playoff stuff, and we'll give you the standings. So that big win for Eric Monaco propels him up to 3rd in the standings right now. And if I recall correctly, I want to confirm something here. When we looked at the playoff points from last week, when we came into Kansas, because Eric Monaco has scooped up 10 playoff points in 2 races. I think he's got the most right now, would put him in the number 1 seed in the chase for right now. But 2 wins, Jonathan Weiler, look up for that, pretty much locks him in.
It does. It pretty much gives him that validation of knowing that he has that position within the playoffs.
So coming in to Kansas, he had 2 playoff points plus 4 bonus points because of the regular season. Remember, you get those bonus playoff points as well. After Kansas, when he won that, he now had 7 playoff points. And then, remember, he was 6th in the standings. So, he would have 5 bonus playoff points. Now he has got 12 playoff points this season. And then if you add, because he's now in 3rd in the standings, 8, that would give him 20. So, as of right now, he would be in the 2nd seed. Because Diego Rossello, he's got 21. So, but Monaco, pretty much that win locked him in. Jesse Turner is still outside of the top 30. And currently, if I look at this correctly, 243 is where 30th is. Turner is at a 239. 4 points behind right now in the cutoff at the moment. John Andrews holds 30th. Marty Johnson jumped up to 21st right now. And the gap there is about 32, 33. So right now, he's pretty good at the moment. So as we look at how the playoff goes, Monaco, Ferris, Garner, they got 2 wins. They've pretty much locked their way in. Rossello, Webb, Williams, Barretto, Friesen, Hoffman, Markle, Johnson, still 11 drivers in at the moment. Mitchell Collins, 12th. Zachary Fitzwater, 13th. Luke Rainey, 14th. Christian Vargas, 15th. Matthew Logan is now 16th. He's got the final spot in the playoffs at the moment. He has got 325 points. He is 1 point ahead of the cutoff, which is Zach Ryan in 17th. Edwin Mendez is now 18th. Morgan drops down to 19th. Colin Denton remains in 20th. I want to look at some other quickie stats as well while we are at it. Beretto's got the most money this season. Continuing on to the grid, Hendrick Motorsports in a good team battle with Joe Gibbs Racing. The rookie standings, Rossello, a 1-point lead over Igor Beretto. Zach Ryan, 3 points back there. Chevy leading the manufacturer standings. I want to look at some fun statistics as well. 3 drivers with 2 wins this season. Rossello and Fitzwater each have the most top 5s this season. Igor Beretto the most top 10s at 8. Webb and Morgan, they're each tied with 2 poles this year. CJ Williams has completed the most laps, almost at 1,200. As in the most laps led, it's Diego Rossello with 97. Brian Ferris, 7 back with 90. And then in miles completed was CJ Williams with over 1,500. This race, by the way, was the fastest average race at over 192 miles an hour. Yes, faster than Talladega. That's pretty surprising there when you think about it. Looking at as well. Yeah, go ahead.
That actually surprises me. I didn't think we could get anywhere faster than Talladega.
So Jonathan, with Eric Monaco being the first driver to go back-to-back in this series, he is one of the red-hot drivers right now.
Yeah, that he is. I see him with that momentum of knowing he has won those 2 races in a row. I see him, getting better finishes than most of these people because he has that knowledge of he's a fast driver and he has the momentum.
Yeah, absolutely there. So the next race for the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series, guess what? We're going to a super speedway next week once again. It's a 2.25 mile super speedway. We're back there for the first time since season number 3. We return to Canada, Ricky Raceway, the Bell TV 450. Under the lights, Saturday night, June 13th, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. You do not want to miss it. It is going to be a good one. Jonathan, final thoughts on today.
Overall, great racing from all of these drivers. It surprised me so much of how much grip they had, how much they were challenging themselves within these turns, trying to get position. And some of these guys like Zachary Fitzwater didn't get the finish they wanted, but they have the knowledge for maybe next time, for see what they did wrong, see what they can do next time.
Absolutely, so that's going to wrap it up. Don't forget to tune in Saturday night for NOFSRL Night in America at the Ricky Raceway, Bell TV 450, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, only here on the Marty Sakala channel. On behalf of Jonathan Logan, I'm Marty Sakala. You've been watching the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. We congratulate Eric Monaco on going back-to-back as he wins the Rocket Mortgage 400. Thank you all for joining us today, and so long from the Irish Hills.